Have you ever wondered why calamities strike, or why some individuals seem to undergo more trials than others? Could there be a divine purpose behind it all? Let's delve into the fascinating concept of divine judgment and discipline. When we think of divine judgment and discipline, it's easy to assume it's solely individual-focused. We often see one person reaping joy, another sorrow, some living an easy life while others are constantly facing hardships. Many of these circumstances can be attributed to the mysterious workings of divine judgment and discipline. It's important to understand that judgment, in the context of divine order, is neutral. Evil is punished, that's judgment. Good is rewarded, that's judgment too. The difference lies in how each individual reacts to the judgment. Consider the case of a nation. When a nation collectively commits actions that lead to repercussions, it is the collective body that must bear the consequences. Common examples can be seen when a nation undergoes foreign invasions or experiences famine, pestilence, and civil unrest. These are all parts of divine judgment and discipline on a national scale. Humans are social creatures, rarely living in isolation. When a collective group faces discipline or calamity, it's challenging for an individual to escape unscathed. This is the reality the prophets faced, living in their respective nations and eras. The principle of shared joy, shared sorrow is universally understood. If a family member contracts a contagious disease, the risk of transmission increases for those close to them. Conversely, if a family member prospers, the whole family benefits. The prophets were the chosen vessels through which divine messages were conveyed. Through them, entire nations were reminded, warned, and guided to follow the path of divine blessing. One of the prophets' tasks was to reveal the mysteries of divine judgment and discipline amidst the suffering experienced by the Israelites. The tearing and wounding were not the end goals of divine discipline, they were merely means to an end. The ultimate goal was the healing, revival, and eventual rise of the entire nation. In the Old Testament, the Israelites frequently sinned. God warned and disciplined them through prophets, and even allowed them to be enslaved by foreign nations temporarily. The purpose of this discipline was not merely to punish them, but to guide them back to God. Discipline is used to correct and guide individuals on the right path. Yet, how many actually enjoy being disciplined? The scriptures say, "The Lord disciplines the ones he loves and chastises every son he receives." Parents universally love their children, but loving deeply also requires strict teaching. Deep love involves understanding, encouragement, respect, and support. Strict teaching involves setting boundaries, imposing restrictions, and setting rules. As the saying goes, without rules, there is no order. Children raised in such an environment are less likely to be willful or reckless. They are less likely to deviate from the right path and more likely to focus on what's important. They are more likely to develop good habits, respect societal norms, and become blessed individuals. Followers of Christ believe that as God's children, they should accept divine discipline. Even though discipline may feel painful in the moment, it ultimately bears the peaceful fruit of righteousness for those who have been trained by it. In summary, divine judgment and discipline are not merely punitive measures. They serve to guide individuals and nations towards righteousness and peace. They are tools of correction, guiding us back to the divine path when we stray. Whether faced individually or collectively, such trials are not meant to break us, but to shape us, heal us, and lead us to our ultimate rise.